Hello, my name's Zoe. This is my channel, Autistic Nana. Welcome. I have just had my 2-year anniversary of my autism diagnosis. Yay me. So I quite often ask myself, is this because I'm autistic? So what I've been looking into recently is something called face blindness. There's an official word for it, which is something like prosopagnosia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I don't think I actually have the official diagnosis of prosopagnosia. I've been looking back at why I don't remember people's faces. I think some of it has to do with the fact that because I don't actually look at people when I'm talking to them, it wasn't until I started work that I realised that this was quite difficult for me. And it wasn't until I worked in a bank for 13 years. It wasn't until they put me on the counter and I had to deal with customers that I realised I had some kind of blockage somewhere. In the bank, you'd get the same companies coming in, week out, and I just never recognised them. And it wasn't until I looked down at the name on the paying in book that I would realise it was the same person that I saw every single week on that day. I did think to myself that was a bit weird. And then that made me sort of aware that there was something going on here. And I realised that when I look at people, I don't look at their face, I look at their hairstyle or their glasses or their makeup, or maybe there's some kind of facial feature that my attention gets drawn to. I don't know, crooked teeth, a big nose, whatever. It makes it difficult for me to recognise people as a whole. I do suffer where if someone changes their hairstyle drastically, I have no idea who they are. We go to taekwondo, and one girl had been coming for 2 years and she always had really long hair, longer than mine. And then suddenly this girl turned up and her hair was up here. I had no idea who she was. Absolutely no idea. So that happened a few years ago, and that really cemented for me the fact that I just don't recognise people. But as I say, I do think it's because I don't focus on people's faces. And if I want to remember who someone is, I'm really good with names, but those names are often associated with a pair of glasses or a hairstyle, or maybe the outfits that they wear, or the way they walk, and quite often their voice. That'll be how I'd identify them. So if it's their face, that's like my last point of call to try and identify someone. I have looked into this, and quite a lot of autistic people do have problems with face recognition. I don't know if they actually have prosopagnosia, or if they just don't look at people. Let me know what you think. Thanks for listening. Bye.